recent analysis of 32532 Thereus, an outer solar system object orbiting the sun between Jupiter and Saturn. So this is a filler clause. It's relevant. Has determined its color to be gray, suggesting an icy composition. Cool. Such interpretations are ultimately speculative, though. Ultimately speculative. Okay, so speculative here, and then we have those somewhere. The object's gray coloration may be an incidental effect of radiation, solar wind, or collisions with other objects rather than evidence of its physical makeup. Okay, so this sentence introduces the idea of the Thereus being analyzed. It has probably no useful information. Okay, so second sentence says such interpretations are ultimately speculative in all our answer choices. So it's saying that this analysis is actually wrong. First sentence says it's good. Second sentence says it's wrong. And though is a transition that connects the two opposite ideas. So it connects that this idea, and then it says that it's wrong. Such interpolations are ultimately speculative. Okay, that's an independent clause that can stand on its own. And then the object's gray coloration may be an incidental effect of radiation, solar wind, or collisions with other objects rather than evidence of its physical makeup. That is also independent clause. So we need something that keeps both clauses independent. Okay. Speculative, though. Such interpretations are ultimately speculative, though the object's gray coloration may be an incidental effect of radiation. So what's happening with the comma here is we are connecting two independent clauses with a comma, which is meant to connect an independent clause to a dependent clause, and we have two independent clauses. So this doesn't work. B, speculative, though this pretty much acts as a comma. So such interpretations are ultimately speculative, though. This sentence says that they're not speculative, that it is the analysis that said that it's not speculative. And this sentence sets up for the next sentence, saying that in fact that is speculative and incorrect. So this transition is in the right spot, and then since this acts basically as a comma, it keeps the next sentence independent clause as well. So this is correct according to standard English conventions. Okay, let's test other answers. C, speculative, though. So such interpretations are ultimately speculative, though the object's gray coloration may be an incidental effect of radiation, blah, 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 blah. So what's happening here is we're putting a transition without any punctuation with an independent clause, and you cannot put, and that transition basically acts as a dependent clause. You cannot put a dependent clause and independent clause with no punctuation. This doesn't work. D, speculative, though. Such interpretations are ultimately speculative, though the object's gray coloration. Okay, and what this does is it says that the interpretations are speculative, and then it assigns the opposite idea initially the idea that it is an icy composition needs to be rejected, but putting though without a comma or semicolon changes the meaning of the sentence to be that the object's gray coloration maybe incidental effect of radiation, whatever. It makes that the wrong idea, which then this whole thing makes no sense. They both confirm each other, but they use an opposite transition. So this is incorrect, and we're left with B, which is the correct answer.